Hello everybody, Fishmon14 here with part 2 of Let's Play Pikmin. In this video, we're going to go into the Forest of Hope. Now if you notice, there's stars under where, well, obviously it says parts in this area. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure... rocket science, because there's a rocket on the screen. It doesn't take rocket science to figure out that those mean the ship parts. See, we're actually missing one part in the impact site where we were yesterday, but there's a ton here, and we obviously we can't get this one here yet. It'll be a bit before we can do that, but we're gonna go on to the second level. There's actually not very many levels in this game. There's only 5, but it's not. It's honestly, it is a pretty short game. I imagine this taking about 6-7 hours. I don't know, probably more like 8. I don't know, but I'm going to have lots of fun doing it, even if it is for a short period of time. I could probably record this whole game today. My dolphin has returned to the surface along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press A. Nah, I won't record the whole thing in one day. So, these wall things here that are... I mean, not all walls, but these things that look like this, like a bunch of vines or something, I guess. You can actually break those. You need the Pikmin to do it, though. You actually hold down, like I said yesterday. In day 1, obviously. You can actually command Pikmin to do something. I thought the music was messing up for a second, but that's because I haven't actually figured out how to disable the sound in the Hauppauge capture window thing, whatever, and so I can actually hear it in my headphones. I turned my headphones as low as they can go, but I couldn't get them to mute, so I can actually hear my TV and this, and they're at different intervals. It sounded like it was skipping for a second. I forgot that I have 2 different versions of it playing. Might as well go ahead and get this over here. It takes them a while to break it. The more Pikmin you have working on something, the faster it breaks. I mean, obviously, if you have 1 Pikmin working on something, it's gonna take twice as long as if you had 2 Pikmin. So obviously 23 Pikmin, or wait, oh yeah, 25 because those 2. 23 Pikmin, 25, whatever, is obviously going to be a lot better than 1. Here are our first enemies. It actually helps if you throw them on top of, or especially from behind, for enemies. These guys are no real problem. They shouldn't cause you any problem to kill. But we'll be seeing bigger enemies here in just a minute. Go ahead and throw more Pikmin on there so that can move faster. You can actually see that right there. It moved a lot faster. This was a pretty... Come on. Typically the limit seems to be like twice as much as what the normal number is. Like, I can't have 7 carrying that, I don't think. But for things that use a lot of Pikmin, like say something takes 30 Pikmin to carry, I think it goes like 20 more than that. So like only 50 would be able to carry it. I don't think you'd be able to get 60. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of Pikmin on here. Need to be kind of efficient. I'm moving a bit slow here. Being too leisurely. This music is so... This music could really just put you to sleep just listening to it. Not that it's boring, I mean, it's just so soothing. If you see these... Nope. If you see grass like that, you can actually have Pikmin pull at it, and you might get some... Yeah, right there, nectar. That actually... As we'll see here in a second. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin Pikmin. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and the peculiarities of these flower Pikmin. Well, they're actually a lot faster than, see, like if you'll notice. Oh, those leaf ones are taking so long to catch up. Well, the flower ones are keeping quite with the group. And there's some more of this grass. Go ahead and pull it up, guys. Get more of you. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure if it actually makes them stronger. It may, I'm not sure, but faster, that definitely is a good thing. I think that's all. We still got a couple of leaves left. Go ahead and start getting a few more Pikmin here. I'm just gonna get these red ones. There's some different colors. No, don't get that. It's not for you. As you can see, we've got some yellow. These are called pellets, I think. I think these are pellet posies. Here, let's go ahead and get this too. But we don't want to get this yellow, and I'll explain why here in a minute. Okay, I'll just leave that there. Oh, hey, a 10. Oh, see over there? That big guy? When I was saying that you should probably attack enemies from behind, those are one of those enemies that's probably a good idea. Hurry up, come in. I think I'll just leave those enemies there for now. Except for that big one, I want to get rid of him. Go ahead and pick these guys. Do. This is boring. When I'm gonna have a bunch more Pikmin, I'll probably, like, if I have to pick a ton of Pikmin at once, I'll probably do some editing to cut that out. At least bring that to a minimum. Or maybe I'll just talk during it. Hey, here we go. Here's something. Batteries! Why, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my fight for survival a bit easier. How many do I need? 40? Goodness. Oh, I have that. And more. You can actually attack as Olimar, but he only has a really weak attack. Like, as you can see, these things are probably like the weakest things in the game. Like, they have the lowest health in the entire game, and it even takes them like 5 hits to kill that. You notice we got another one of these doors over here. Well, we're going to need our Pikmin to get that. Might as well go ahead and start picking these while they go deal with that. Oh, well. There you have it. Eternal Fuel Dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me. I have now recovered 2 of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, it should be able to increase my shape's capabilities. Quiet, guys. Stop interrupting me. I'm trying to do a Let's Play. Goodness, we've got 57. No, 58. I was wondering. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on your numbers down there. My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So it is best for me to review my monitor's data. Oh, shut up. Basically, that's your sun meter. That's the time during the day. See, it's about halfway through the day. Maybe not quite halfway. This, that's me. I look kind of weird there. This right here is my health. You can actually lose health, obviously. Don't kill my Pikmin. Hit me instead. Take me instead. Yep, see, I can take damage. Run! Run! Don't trip, you idiot. that's the current kind of Pikmin I'm using. I'll be getting a different kind of Pikmin here soon. Like I already explained what those were. That's the day I'm on, obviously, if you couldn't figure that out. Now, attack this enemy from behind, like I said. See if I can get him in one go. Sweet. I think he got some Pikmin now. No, maybe not. Well, yeah, I think he did actually, because I've got 2 less. Go ahead and get a bunch of you guys on that. Be carrying him back to the base of operations. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when the day runs out, you want to have all your Pikmin with you, or just basically at the base, because any Pikmin that are left behind, that is if they're outside of here, or they can actually be out here if they're somehow have been like put in the ground. There are a few things that can do that, but I'll get to that later. But any that are just left standing around out anywhere, they'll be dead when you come back. So if you want to keep your Pikmin, you might as well keep. You need to make sure that you keep them with you, or at least if you're gonna leave them behind, make sure you get them by the end of the day. I'm not gonna need that many Pikmin. I'm just gonna keep this number. If you actually leave them in the ground long enough, they'll turn into flower Pikmin on their own. Well, there's actually they go from leaf to bud to flower. Bud is faster than leaf, but not quite as much as flower. Almost done. Might as well get some more Pikmin on this. Do-do-do-do. That sound effect means that they've completed whatever task they're doing, but it's like things when they're doing that, or if they're making bridges. There's a bridge over there somewhere, right there where the end of the pointer is. But I won't be doing that right now. But that's what that sound effect means. Gotta kind of hurry up here. Uh-oh. Get out of the way. Kill him. Kill him. Oh, I didn't mean for the camera to do that. No. No. Okay, good. Thought he was going to get killed for a second there. There'll be a lot... Oh, those ghosts. That means that Pikmin died. A lot of times you'll notice in this game that Pikmin will do what you don't exactly want them to do. I don't think that's so much a programming error as they just kind of were programmed to be kind of stupid. Because they're pretty much at your whim here. They depend on you. Oh, hello, we have another onion here. It's a yellow onion. What could that possibly mean? We've seen lots of yellow pellets lying around. There's a yellow seed right there. And? It's a yellow Pikmin. Haha, you have big ears. The color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests this one has what, in some circles, could be considered very large ears. It looks like it may weigh less than the others. In what other ways might it be different from the red Pikmin? I must be sure to observe it closely. I can hold a Pikmin for a moment with A, then swap it for another by pressing B. I shall name him Charles. He and his yellow brethren. No, come back. Well, now that we have the differing Pikmin here, we can actually... what are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you do that? Why would you do that like that? What was the point of that? Come on. Come on, why would you do that? Bro? Bro? Charles? You know better than that, Charles. If you... depending on what color Pikmin is carrying what color pellet, that'll be... It'll produce a certain amount. Like, if you use the yellow to bring a yellow pellet, it'll produce 2 Pikmin, even though that says a 1 on it. Now, if you have a red take it back to their onion, if a red take a yellow one, it'll only produce 1. So it produces twice as much, I think. I'm not entirely... Seems like with higher amounts, like 10 ones, seems like it still only produces 10. I don't know. Seems like that wouldn't be right, though. Like, for it to double it if it's the right color. And whatever Pikmin are the ones that are carrying it, that's obviously the one that's going to be taken to that particular base. Now, if you have a mixture of Pikmin carrying, it's going to be whoever's carrying more, I think. Like, if it's something that takes... I have made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. Just when I was about to exceed 100 Pikmin in the field, the onion stopped expelling seeds, yet the total number of Pikmin continued to climb. It seems that once there are 100 Pikmin in the field, something is stored inside the onions. No more than 100 Pikmin, field and area. It's a really eloquent explanation, I know. But like, if something needs 10 to be carried and 8 of them are red and 2 of them are yellow, I think it's going to take it to the red. That, or it's going to be whoever... I don't know. It's not too hard to figure out, really. Uh-oh, almost sundown. You don't actually have to be in the base area. Oh, my clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter the onions on their own. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they may not be able to get back. I am sure that the Pikmin still planted are safe, but I am somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness. You don't actually have to be in the base area, but it's either Pikmin that are with you are safe, or the ones that are there. You know, see him? He's not safe because he's doing something. He's not with me right now. So if the day ended right now, he'd be dead. Come on with me. I'm just gonna leave those pellet posies there. Come on, you stupid. Uh-oh. Day's almost over. That 9 looked like a lowercase a. I just kind of like to be in this area. Oh, wow. See, I left them there. Look at all those flowers and buds. That's going to be tremendously helpful. See, that's better than if I had just plucked them all at once. Like, as soon as they came out. 2, 1... I don't think I left anybody behind. I sure hope I didn't. I don't know why I would have left any behind. I don't think I... Yawn. Why am I yawning? It's not daytime. I mean, it's not night in real life. It's just night in this game. You notice when it's nighttime and we leave, all these enemies show up. That's why we don't. That's how they would die, because all those enemies show up. That's actually, if you've played Super Smash Bros. Brawl, that's what Pikmin, Olimar. That's what Olimar's final smash is. The day's end, where all those enemies show up. That's what that is. 2 days since impact. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances. Then I'd only have to press plus to locate my parts. Yet, there seem to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked and my spaceship takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it and press A to make suit repairs. As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. Nope, I didn't leave any behind. There's obviously a lot of information here. Today's change of Pikmin population, if you care about charts, which I don't. Tells you how many are sprouted, how many total, like throughout all of the days. That's what that is on the right there. Lost in battle, lost in battle total, left behind, blah blah blah. It's pretty self-explanatory. And those, the red there, where it says 52, that's how many red Pikmin I have. The yellow one, obviously, that's how many yellow Pikmin I have. The 2, that's telling me how many ship parts I have. The 28, that's how many I have remaining. Days, 28 remaining. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, that's it for this part. See you next time for day 3. Whee!